shorty over there doing? Well, we were just discussing our plans for Halloween. Yeah, I feel ya. I'm over here trying to get these animatronics to start. But I'm not having a lot of luck. Well, there seems to be a problem. Now, I don't know. These gears to work. I wonder if we could learn a little bit more about animatronics. Let's look into the scoreboard.
Welcome to another episode of Chats with Vlad. Episode 108. Ain't no party like a Vladdy Party. And if that sounds familiar, that's because it's a spoof off of a quote from James LeBron about P. Diddy parties. Quote unquote, he said, "There ain't no party like a Diddy party." Well, I disagree, boys and girls. I think there ain't no party like a Vladdy Party. And as I've been promising for the last couple of weeks, boys and girls, today we're going on a trip to Spirit Halloween. And I'm going to warn you, this is going to be a longer episode. And I'm also going to give you a heads up too. I'm about to light P. Diddy Sean Combs up this entire episode like it's Christmas. Rather than Halloween. But boys and girls, we have a lot to get to. So we better get to it. And here we go, boys and girls. We're going to start our journey into Spirit Halloween. Indeed. And in we go. You know what they say? There ain't no party like a Vladdy Party. Let's start with our first exhibit, the Ringmaster. And no, I'm not talking about P. Diddy Sean Combs. It looks like this ringmaster took the souls of his victims, kind of like P. Diddy. Here we have Ghostface. And I'm not talking about Jay-Z. Indeed. As you saw in the short, boys and ghouls, this tall cup of Kool-Aid is called Towering Tallulah. Kind of scary, isn't it? Kind of the way that Steve Harvey was scary. I guess that would make me run away too. And this fallen angel right here, well, I believe this represents all the poor lost angels of Hollywood, the youth that were betrayed recently. I'll tell you what, Los Angeles really is the city of fallen angels.
look here, you can see all their actual animatronics. They have quite a few, actually. I'm taking my time and going over this. So if you want, you can pause this and actually look. I say this because out of the animatronics I'm showing you today, not all of them are out. And they have a lot more than they're actually showing us today. Wow, now that's pretty cool.
Ah, yes, boys and girls, maps. They've been used for thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of years. They're quite important. In this case, I showed you that map because there's a lot of animatronics that they still had in the box. They were too lazy to get out. I mean, all the other places, they had all of their animatronics out. But no, not Spirit Halloween. But we'll get to that part later. For right now, Uncle Vlad wants to show you something. In relation to the P-diddler there, I give you the Wheel of Fate.
And here, boys and girls, we have the Wheel of Fate. Let's give her a spin, shall we? What will we get on the wheel? I wonder what Diddy will get on his wheel. He's in the Wheel of Justice right now, as will be a whole lot of people. So many people fled or filed X and Facebook accounts. Megan Fox. And Pink. Steve Harvey fled the country, I heard, the minute Diddy got arrested. Ah, indeed. Where will the wheel land? Indeed. I wonder what will happen to P. Diddy. Ooh, well, that's not a good sign. Indeed. So many fun things at Spirit Halloween. I don't think any of these celebrities that are going to be going to jail, I don't think they're going to have a very happy Halloween. They definitely won't be going to Spirit either. And here at the big top, we have the Scarecrow. Indeed. He thinks it's funny. Ah, indeed. He thinks it's very funny what Hollywood's going through right now. And this is rather interesting. They have a fortune teller booth that you can get inside. Imagine having this in your front yard, getting dressed up like a gypsy. Here's another thing that's been going on a lot lately that I wanted to talk about, boys and ghouls. The whole alien thing that's been going on as of late. Lots of UFOs and UAPs. Are they man-made? Are they extraterrestrial? Why are we seeing so many all of a sudden?
Now I know I'm getting a little bit off the subject here, because we're talking about Halloween costumes and what P. Diddy did. But for 1 second, I want to break from that, and I want to talk about the alien thing. There's been all kinds of alien crafts the last several years. I don't know if they're aliens. I don't know if they're man-made. I don't know if they took over technology. They call it reverse engineering. But I know one thing. There's a lot of things flying all over this planet. And there's a lot of different types of aliens that people are claiming exist. I was talking to a friend of mine today, Yaz, and we were thinking that maybe next week we might touch on the whole alien subject with Theoretically Speaking 4. But you're gonna have to wait for that until next week. Until then, how about some clowns?
Ah, yes. Then we have my friend, Art, the clown. If you don't know who Art the clown is, he's from a movie series called The Terrifier. And let me tell you, those movies are more terrifying than P. Diddy's parties. One of the cool little special effects that they have here is they have these ray guns that you shoot them to activate the animatronic. This one is really impressive, and I wasn't thrilled that the short didn't get as many views as it should have. So let me show you again, boys and ghouls. Many different animatronics here that it's mind-blowing, boys and girls. But I want to show you one of my absolute favorite ones. He walks, he talks, he sings.
I've got a frightening fairy tale to tell you before you go to bed tonight. Once there was
I hate to say it, but it kind of reminds me of Justin Bieber. That poor soul. They used him as a puppet and they tortured him.
Nobody likes you. Don't worry, I'll be your friend forever. No strings attached.
I'm sure that's what Diddy told him too.
Okay, boys and girls, I wanted to take a break for a second to let you know that in no way do I feel that Bieber was a part of these. I mean, well, he was a victim of the freak-offs, but I don't believe he was a participant. I think Justin Bieber might have been the one person involved with these that was actually innocent. And God, what they did to that poor kid. They took his whole life away. And then don't even get me started on the imagination shots. That left him half paralyzed. It's not funny. Mr. Bieber, wherever you are, I hope the rest of your life is peaceful. And I hope that you get the rest of your life to enjoy the way you want to, not the way Sean Combs wanted.
Boys and ghouls, we have Victor and Emily from The Corpse's Bride. Let's see what they have to say.
With this candle, I will light your way in dark. With this ring, I ask you to be mine.
I do. You make the bride.
Heart-wrenching. Kind of like what P. Diddy did to all those people. I like this one right here. A lot of people may not think that this is glitzy enough, but I'm telling you what, I think it's pretty impressive. A killer bear balancing on a ball and it moves. You have to respect that. It's a circus act, if you would. Kind of like P. Diddy's parties. A big freak off. Now, boys and ghouls, we're getting to one of my favorite sections. The clowns. I have to say, boys and ghouls, I don't know if you knew this or not, but when P. Diddy had all those thousands of bottles of lube and baby oil, it was actually, a lot of them were drugged with a type of epidermal X. And the victims didn't remember anything.
Boys and ghouls, I wanted to inform you about something. Something a lot of the media and a lot of the people on the internet haven't picked up on. Those thousands of bottles of baby oil, they weren't just baby oil. They were laced with GHB, a form of X. It was epidermal transfer. He was making them pass out and they never even knew it. They'd wake up. I can't really say what happened to him. But here, let me give you an example. Bad times for everyone. Boys and ghouls, we were lucky enough to catch P. Diddy's personal cook. Let's see what he has in the pot.
Attention all kiddos! Attention all kiddos! I found a lost parent!
Just what I thought. P. Diddy was just trying to get ahead. Thought this was rather a nice touch, boys and girls. Indeed. Wow. Now that is creepy, boys and ghouls. I mean, how'd you like to find that in a hidden corner in your house? That's one bad arachnid there. Boys and girls, we have a special treat for you. A lollipop-toting jester. That when you activate him, he follows you around with his eyes and watches everything you do. Just like P. Diddy did to all his enslaved friends.
Well, you caught my eye. Don't worry, I'm just admiring your costume. Hey, you over there. Yeah, you. I'm giving out some candy. I thought this would be a great way to make
I love how he follows you around. Unfortunately, Diddy's victims didn't feel the same way.
What do you say? I'm harmless.
Mostly. And then you go right around the corner. Let's see what the Spirit Halloween Funhouse of Terror has in store for us. What do we have here? Looks like a mirror house. But in the center, they have something rather cool. And it projects these images on it for the outside world to see, from skeletons to bats to witches to spirits. Indeed. I could watch this all day, if you know what I mean. But we have more things to see and not that much time. So we better get into the spirit. As I said earlier, they don't even have all the animatronics out. I mean, look at this. They have the Crypt Keeper. They have Leatherface. They have Regan from The Exorcist. Another ghost face, but this one actually lights up in the mask. Okay, boys and girls, I have a couple gripes here with Spirit Halloween. They've gotten lazy over the last decade or so. They used to be so good. Now they're just expensive, and they don't even want to unpack all of their animatronics from the boxes. I'd say they had maybe 1/3 of them out. Lazy. There's no room for laziness in this world anymore. We're getting out of that phase. And here we have killer clowns from outer space. We have Slim, and next to him we have Shorty. Ooh, Uncle Vlad would love to get his hands on one or two of these. And of course, you gotta love the jump scare spider. Or the sitting scarecrow. The possessed dog. The scarecrow. They have so many different animatronics here. They don't even have a majority of them out. Wow, Monty, that's pretty cool. And hey, Captain, here's one for you. The Black Heart. You know you have to get this now, Captain, right?
And here, boys and ghouls, we have the clown corner, and I'm not talking about P. Diddy's mansions. No, I'm talking about real funny clowns, not sickos. This is Mr. Punchy. His body slowly spins around. Then we have Bottoms Up Brother, Stilts. I say he's his brother because both of them are pin-wielding clowns, although mine happens to be upside down, but they both have neck-breaking sounds that are, well, really nerve-wracking, if you would. And any Puppet Master fan will find Dagger Mike titillating and terrifying. Let's not forget about Heckles, the sad, sad clown. Balloons for 10 cents. Then there's Nozzles the clown. This one's kind of cool because fog from a fog machine actually sprays out of Nozzle's hands. Here, boys and ghouls, we have Spike, the desiccated corpse. Looks like he has a headache. Kind of the way this whole P. Diddy thing's been giving me a headache all week. Boys and ghouls. What I have right here is a list. Indeed. Indeed, it's a list. It's a list of names. These were people that got caught up in those freak-out parties, and I want everyone to know the names. Will Smith and Miss Pinkett Smith. Gee, I wonder why she treated him like a dog in front of the whole world. I think now we know. Indeed. And then there was Usher. He was the one who was directly responsible for handing Bieber over for a 20 or 48 hour, God only knows what. His parents, Bieber's parents left him in charge of Usher, and then Usher gave him to Diddy. And then the rest, as we say, is history. Then there was Ashton Kutcher. Mila left him and took the baby because of these freak-offs. And then there's Steve Harvey, Mr. Holier Than Thou, so good, Mr. Christian, with his dark side. Funny, Steve, how you quietly left the day Diddy got in handcuffs and went to jail. I wonder why. I know why. Indeed. Then there's Megan Fox and Leonardo DiCaprio, who was apparently, Diddy's favorite movie star, he said. Indeed. And let's not forget LeBron James, old King James there, always has something to say about everything. Funny how he's really quiet on this. Hey, LeBron, there ain't no party like a Diddy party, remember? And then Kevin Hart. Oh, Kevin Hart, for little man, you got in some deep, deep stuff. Real doggy do there. Indeed. And Jay-Z and Beyonce. Yeah, they say that they were not only part of it, but apparently Jay-Z's gonna be going down, everyone says, and it's gonna be worse than P. Diddy, because apparently Jay-Z liked to mentally torture his people. Anguish. It's not funny. And then there's Jennifer Lopez, J-Lo, his old girlfriend. She knew all about this, and even after they quit dating, she still went to the freak-offs. I mean, I knew she was a freak, but damn. And let's not forget about you, Drake, the skinny you and the big you. Well, you liked those parties, didn't you, Drake? But here's the shocking one. Adam West. Excuse me, not Adam West. I take that back. Adam West is a good, solid guy. Eric Adams, I meant. The mayor of New York, he was part of these, and he's being indicted on them, too. But the shocker of all of them, Barack and Michelle Obama.
Now I want you to keep in mind, all of this is what I've been hearing everywhere. This is all theoretical, but the proof's gathering up. And I don't know if it's true or not, but a lot of people are running. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I forget to mention that Pink and Usher both erased their social media accounts? I wonder why they did that. Yeah, Pink, you were in those freakouts too. Don't try to act like you weren't. But again, like I said, this is all allegedly. And of course, you know, us being at Spirit Halloween, they have all kinds of masks and rows of costumes of various different types, showing some of the ladies section costumes here. And then, of course, we have a little clowny section, it looks like. Actually, they have a bigger one. I'll show you later. All kinds of different things, boys and ghouls. Here's some interesting costumes. I say interesting because you remember the story I told you about the hoodie with the mask with the eyes? That's the exact one I have right there. All kinds of cool little doodads and knickknacks. I'm telling you what, if I had $1 million right now in this place, I think I would probably go broke. Different cool things around here. They even have paintings, boys and girls, of all different types. Very nice. Warning, if you see these cups at P. Diddy's house, do not drink them. Otherwise, you might end up... Boys and girls, do not drink that Kool-Aid. I'm telling you what, Tupac and Biggie Smalls drank from that cup. And I still think that Diddy had a lot to do with that. Did he do it? I believe he did. So many different cool things here, boys and girls. I mean, seriously. I'm trying to go slow to pan to give you guys an example of all the coolness that's surrounding me right now. Wow, that kind of reminds me of Diablo right there. Indeed. So many different things. They even have various different wreaths if you're feeling Halloweeny. So many different cool things in here. This is going to be a long video, but you can understand why, I hope. I mean, there's so much to show here. It's crazy big. The same, boys and ghouls. There's a lot of costumes here. We don't have time to go through all of them, but I did want to pay particular close attention to some of the clowns. Ooh, who's that good-looking fellow? He reminds me of somebody, doesn't he? Ah, I like that one right there. Crazy clown and chaos clown. All kinds of different clowns. My youngest has this one right here. He's gonna be Hugs the Clown. He's super stoked about it. And to be honest with you, so's his daddy. Just wanted to show this real quick, because that's actually a really good Chucky mask right there. Probably one of the best I've seen. And here we have what they're calling killer critters. It's right next to one of my favorite sections. The skeletal section. Ah, yes, the skeletal section. One of my favorite sections. They have so many cool looking ones too here at Spirit. You know, I feel it's time for me to be quite frank with you folks about something. Spirit Halloween has really cool things in it, but they've lost their way. Everything's super expensive here. I have to tell you, there's actually a lot better places where you can get cool stuff for a lot better of a price. No offense, Spirit Halloween. And also, Home Depot and Lowe's beat you both. I'm not even kidding. Lowe's beat Spirit Halloween by 2 months. And even Home Depot beat Spirit Halloween by a month. And in this economy, boys and girls, a dead economy, I might add, people only have so much money. I don't know what Spirit Halloween was thinking. Everybody spent their money at Lowe's and Home Depot. I guess somebody's DOA, huh, Spirit?
You can tell, boys and ghouls, Uncle Vlad has a bit of a skeletal collection. Indeed. All kinds of little skeletal critters are hidden everywhere. What can I say? It's just one of my things. And if you look close enough, you might even recognize some of the props that I have in spirit.
My brother lost his head. He should have cleaned his ears out better. Then we have Pigsy. I just wanted to get ahead. And of course, I had to show you all the cool things that you can hang on your doors and windows and walls, boys and girls. They have quite a lot here, all of them creepy. That one reminds me of Sideshow Jack. The Spirit Halloween skeleton. Ooh, and a creepy witch. And of course, we have the creepy baby section. I don't know what's wrong with people, but they keep making these creepy babies every year. And you have to ask yourself, other than P. Diddy or Jay-Z or Usher or Steve Harvey, who buys these things? I mean, seriously, tell me that's not creepy as all hell right there. I guess somebody didn't like their Gerber. Must be all that arsenic, lead, mercury, and cadmium they put in them. It's enough to make you want to crawl home. And here, boys and ghouls, we have the fake weapons section. I mean, I prefer my weapons to be real, but they can't do that here. But the reason why I wanted to showcase this real quick was, I don't know if you're aware of what you're looking at right now. This is how they used to perform a little operation on people's minds. The procedure was called a lobotomy. Now that's a prop. Wow, that's pretty realistic for a prop. The weapons section over here, I have to say, is a lot cooler looking. Wow, trying to get a cut ahead of the rest, huh? And what would Halloween be without a barrel full of scythes and pitchforks? Although I have to say, I rather like that one right there. Now that's a pimp stick if I ever saw one. Well, boys and ghouls, I have to tell you, it's been a lot of fun being here at Spirit Halloween. Spirit Halloween's all well and good if you have the kind of money that they ask for their equipment. Personally, I think their stuff's okay, but the prices are just crazy. I do have to be frank with you though, boys and girls. Spirit Halloween does have some really cool things that you can't get anywhere else. I mean, they are expensive as hell, but like last year I had to get one of those. That's just so sweet. Actually, no, I didn't get that one. I got that one. I wasn't aware they had 2 types. Well, boys and ghouls, I'm gonna wrap it up. Show you a couple last cool little things. These are soap dispensers. I might have to get me one. I would have if they had had one clowning. Horror things for everybody, even if you're into horticulture. I said horticulture. You dirty, dirty birdie, you.
I think what you need is some funny ha-ha. Ah, that's better. What do you call a nut in jail, boys and ghouls?
a busted nut. A prisoner was told how he'd be executed. Needless to say, he was shocked. Some people think that prison is one word, but to felons, it's a whole sentence. What's a prisoner's favorite sandwich, boys and ghouls? The one with a file in it. Where the clowns go to jail. Why, Silicon Valley.
Who never minds being interrupted mid-sentence, boys and girls?
A convict.
Did you hear that the Energizer Bunny was arrested, boys and ghouls?
He was charged with battery. Well, boys and girls, I'm afraid that's all the time we have. This episode's gone on way long enough. Sorry, Nicodemus, but I do hope you enjoyed.
To everyone, to Skull and Bones, to Yaz, to Nicodemus, to CC, to all my fans, thank you. And I'll see you next week. Oh, but before I go, I want you to think about this. How many lives did Sean Combs, aka P. Diddy, ruin? And how many of those victims that he made are going to be suffering for the rest of their lives for it? Think about it!
That was pretty impressive. I think I might be able to get my finance and Brady's animatronics working again. What was your favorite part? My favorite part was all those P. Diddy jokes. Oh my god! That guy's never getting out of jail. You can say that again. Right, boys and girls? Until next week. You better watch your P. Diddy's and Q's.